So today I will talk about the introduction to computer networks. It is a very large topic and it needs few dozens of books to get completed. In the past 3 centuries, each and every technological innovation dominated the scene. Be it the innovation of mechanical systems, be it the invention of the steam engine, or be it the innovation of distribution of information, processing of information, and gathering of information during the 20th century. So, the 20th century also saw the invention of the internet and the communication satellites. And moreover, we also had the technology of storing, transporting, and processing the information. And the hardware which is required for it was becoming smaller, faster, and cheaper. Moreover, we had the capability to communicate in wide distributed area or wide geographical area, and our ability to distribute information, gather information, and process information, which I've already discussed, definitely increased. And although the computer industry is still young as compared to the other industries, because computers were invented somewhere around in the 1940s, but if you will compare that with the aircraft industry or with the automobile industry or ship industry, then computer industry is, again I'm telling you, it is the youngest industry so far. Or even with the you can even compare it with the pharmaceutical industry. Earlier computers were very large and they were kept in very large single rooms, and they consume power equivalent to that of a very small city. But nowadays they are smaller than a postage stamps. So earlier computers were so costly that only few large institutions or even few governments could support, or rather I'll call it purchase them. But nowadays even normal ordinary civilian has got access to the computers. So the merging of the computers and communication had a deep influence on the way the computer systems are organized. Nowadays we have the concept of the data centers, but it is becoming outdated, and there is a large number of separate but interconnected computers which can do the job. So these, because without being connected to the network, your power of computer reduces by a factor of thousands of times. You are connecting, if you are connecting to the internet, then you are connecting to a very large supercomputer. Moreover, the different types of the hardware which are required for communication is communication satellites, infrared communication, microwave communication, fiber optics wire, and copper wire. And there is another concept of the distributed system in which the different computers are working on some task at different physical geographical locations. And there is one more concept of the middleware in which there is a layer on the top of the operating system uh, which will work as an interface between the uh, uh, software and the operating system. And mind you, many people confuse World Wide Web with the internet or with the HTTP or HTTPS. These four are different terms. World Wide Web is a sort of a distributed system. It is an example of a distributed system, I'll call it. And because of the Telnet and because of the Red Hat Linux, we have got that technology in which a user can remotely log into a system and he can remotely access his files and do the work remotely. And moreover, we have got the concept of the network operating system. Okay, and some of the applications are business applications for computer networks, resource sharing. VPN stands for virtual private network. This is an application area of the mathematics where different types of the network architectures work. And uh, in a virtual private network, what happens is that you are creating a network inside a network. You are creating a virtual network inside a network, So this is an application area of discrete mathematics, I'll call it rather. And the distributed systems also should have the capability to move files from one physical location to the another physical location, and they should be able to connect to distribute information throughout the company. And another concept is resource sharing, in which the data which is available to anyone in your network. Some of the common examples are having a common printer within an organization, because if you are giving an individual printer to everyone, then that will create too much of a problem. So it's better to create a common printer which can be shared by 10 nodes or 20 nodes or 50 nodes or even 100 users. So one common printer will save you the cost of many printers. And we can also use tape backup systems, and some of the examples of the applications of computer networks are tax information, financial systems, inventories, product information, and customer records. Tape have their own advantages and disadvantages. The disadvantage is that they are slow, but the advantage is that they are very cheap, and their capability to carry information and to hold information is very high. And the computer networks may be scattered over dozens of offices in different cities or in different countries of the world. You don't have to worry about the effects of the geography anymore, because computer networks have the capability to communicate even thousands of kilometers or even beyond this planet. It's called PAN, or planetary area network. uh, the information consisting of one or more databases within the company information, and some number of employees who need to access them randomly. Moreover, uh, there can be different types of the clients and servers which are communicating with each other at the same time or in parallel, and they may be sharing different types of the resources, for example spreadsheets. And one system administrator or multiple system administrators may be taking care of such kind of complete network communication, and this kind of model is called the client server model. Then comes the web application. See, you may be having different types of the hardware, softwares, and operating systems. There can be different types of the browsers. For example, Mozilla Firefox browser, Google Chrome browser, Apple Safari browser, Microsoft Edge browser, Nokia browser, Samsung browser, Xiaomi browser. There can be different types of the hardware like 32-bit, 64-bit, 16-bit hardware. There can be different types of vendors of processors, for example Intel, AMD, Apple A series of processors, Samsung Exynos series of processors, Qualcomm and Snapdragon series of processors. And there can be different types of the operating systems also, for example Windows, Apple, iOS, Linux Android. Moreover, BlackBerry or Nokia Symbian or Samsung Tizen or Huawei Harmony. So there has to be a common technology which can work on anything and everything, irrespective of the situation. And the same applies for the databases software also, because this is the core technology behind web application. This is the core technology of behind the innovations of the web, that your computer application should be able to work in any sort of the situation. And the client server model should be applicable whether you are working within the same building or whether you are working on a different country. So the client machine will give the request to the server regarding the access of the data, and the server machine will reply to it. And moreover, there can be different types of the forms of communication, and we have to eliminate the time and the cost which is associated with computer networking in context of desktop sharing. I'll go up. And nowadays, because of the this global pandemic, the applications of telemedicine have become very popular, I'll call it. And some of the applications of e-commerce are retailers, bookstores, and airline shops. And moreover, the manufacturers of computers, manufacturers of aircrafts, and manufacturers of automobiles are definitely making use of the networking. Interestingly, computers are also used to manufacture computers, which is very very interesting. Robots are used to manufacture robots, which is another interesting and exciting part of the computer networks. So internet has enabled us to uh, get connected with the networks. And according to the Metcalfe's law, Metcalfe was called the father of the Ethernet, and he gave a hypothesis according to which the value of the network is proportional to the square of the number of users, because this is roughly the number of different connections that may be made. So some of the examples of news which you can get through computer networks are about epidemics, about celebrities, scandals, fires, and about politics. And most of the research work, or most of the journal and book work by popular publishers like IEEE and ACM is already available on the network, and you can also read a book electronically. And some of the peer-to-peer systems, for example, BitTorrent, do not have any connection, or do not have any I'll call it connection to the server, centralized server, do not have any connection to a centralized server. Then we also have a concept in which a patient can remotely sit and call the doctor remotely, and through the video call or through video conferencing, the patient can take the diagnostic from the doctor. So there are different types of applications of the computer networks. For example, business to customer, business to business, government to customer, and customer to customer, and peer to peer networks. Because of the invention of computer networks, it has become possible for different types of the social networking apps like Twitter, Facebook, Wikipedia, or instant messaging, or Instagram, etc., to come into existence. Moreover, you can also watch television through computer networks. It is called IPTV, or Internet Protocol Television. So you can also watch live television, and if you have missed any episode in the past, then you can watch the live telecast of that past missed episode, or even your favorite sports match also. Computer networks are also used to train military soldiers, and it is also used to train pilots in the form of the flight simulators. And moreover, many homes have got sensors for detection of theft, and they are installed in the form of the window sensors. They can be installed even in doors, and sometimes they are installed at the top of the doors, so that if any burglar tries to break into the system, then a sort of alarm can be uh, heard. And we also have different types of the water meters, gas meters, and electricity meters that can report the usage over the network. And some high-end cameras are also supporting wireless network capability. And RFIDs also stands for radio frequency identification. It has its own uses and misuses. It has its own advantages and disadvantages. It is used for books, pets, passports, and credit cards, but it is also used in IoT, or Internet of Things. And you can download movies, you can play games, you can download music, you can surf to the web for latest content, you can get ebooks, you can rather purchase ebooks, and you can read them online, obviously through Kindle. So these are some of the common examples of the computer networks. And moreover, having since having a wired connection in the form of the airplanes, boats, and cars, so you can also have a wireless connection over there. And most of the taxi drivers in major cities are nowadays independent businessmen. You already know about Uber and Ola, that how uh, they are transforming the taxi businesses. They don't own even a single taxi, but they are one of the largest taxi companies in the world. And most of the drivers which work for them, they are independent businessmen. Another exciting application of computer networks is GNSS, or it stands for Global Navigation Satellite System. It is of six different types. Two are regional and four are global. The two examples of regional navigation satellite systems are IRNSS, India Regional Navigation Satellite System, and QZSS, Quasi Zenith Satellite System. The four global uh, navigation satellite systems are GPS, which stands for Global Positioning System. Second one is Baidu, BEIDOU. Third one is GLONASS, and the fourth one is Galileo. Galileo is by European Space Agency. GLONASS is by Russian space program or Roscosmos, and Baidu is by Chinese space program. And we'll be discussing the satellite communication in our future videos. And thanks a lot and good day.